So we go, folks, back to complete the first lap. Thurlow Fisher really put it to them going down there. That first time he led through the gate, but probably had about 100 metres, and he's extended beautifully here. Trevor, Chesty Trev, just keep it trucking, mate. You don't want to put it down like last heat, and you'll get another nice little bullet on your sheet. Now, the interest now is who's got second sorted here. You've got Grant Rollerson and John Winning. John Winning's the closest boat to us, but Mounts Bay, Western Australia, is up the weather of him and would probably cross through this line, but it's pretty close. Second is up for grabs, and I think we've still got Howie Hamlin's come back into this. He needed to. He was back in 6th place, so he's probably crawled back up into a close 4th. He's got CT Batten's, Alex Valling's boat, just the weather of him. Very close 4th position, that one, and further out is the red sails of Smeg, which has been headed still by Yamaha, the other Kiwi boat. So all these positions up for grabs. Yep, Slam's just got through on Woody, but he's just taking his stern, so they are locked at the hip. And second is going to be a tough battle as long as Trevor can keep that thing upright. And it looks like CT Battens is going to get through in front of Howie, but only narrowly. So that's the pecking order at the gate. Now up to the Golden Gate Bridge for the last time, and then Helver Skelter to Alcatraz, and then back up to the finish. And it's got quite cold here. That breeze hasn't abated. It's kicked, if anything, and it's just got that bit much cooler because there's quite a bit of fog starting to slide under the bridge as we speak, as it does up here in the beautiful San Fran. Now, interestingly, we've got the camera on Grant Rollerson's boat, which is sailing away from us, and you can see the cross with Trevor Barnabas's Thurlow Fisher Lawyers. Now, Rollo came to this shore the first time up and actually led them, and he's done it again, and I think, well, he's got his bow down now. You can see him in front of that old container ship way in front of him, but I think he's going to be very close to being in front of John Winning here. You can see Woody just over to the right, Simon. If you pan the camera around, you can see Woody coming back on starboard. So Rollo might have just pulled another rabbit out of a hat here. We'll just have to wait and see, but we'll cut from this and we'll pick them up at the mark, and that will tell us everything. Here we go, folks. Here's a bit of Danger City. You've got the red sails of Smeg, and he's just gone underneath. We think it's Howie Hamlin who just put it in the tide, and that freighter is just tacked over now, smoking into town, and a good time to get it up, boys. And with a bit of luck, they'll just be able to pull the sheets on and sail out of the road. But yeah, it'd be a pretty nasty thing to be run over by, I would imagine, and the propeller would make very short work of you if you got down that part of the ship. Anyway, round the mark is our leader, Trevor Barnabas. Great little break here now. He doesn't really have to do too much to win this particular race because he's got a hell of a break. So Trevor, just keep it all together, Trent and Aaron, and you'll come away with your second bullet. But he's still got to go through the gate, down to Alcatraz and back to Windward, but he's made it look pretty easy this afternoon in Heat 4. And round goes John Winning with, he's going to have a pretty good tussle with Grant Rollerson on this run down here. If Grant can only jibe his boat, he's really slow in these spinnaker sets. Woody fully smoking away from him there. He's put 50 metres on him just in that little 2 or 3 seconds, and he's done the Windward set, which is slow as get out anyway. So Grant just doesn't like what's the word, making the right calls here. He's sailed off towards Chrissy Field Shore, and while Woody is smoking out into the setter to set himself up. And the other benefit you get if you're in close company, of course, is you come back, your approach back to the gate is you're on starboard, and you don't want to be on port if you're in close company going through that gate. It's pretty tight in there. So anyway, that's it, folks. Good separation. First, Thurlow. Second, Yandu. And third, Grant Rollerson in the Western Australian entry. And an equal gap back now to, I think that's Alex Vallings. Yes, it is. He's in 4th place. So it's become a bit of a procession. I was hoping it was going to be a lot closer than this, but hey, you can wish and hope all you like. It's what happens when the gun goes. So if you come round to the right, Simon, you can see Thurlow Fisher running down the side of the Matson line, heading towards the gate, and Trevor, just keep it calm, buddy. And hopefully that GoPro camera we've got on board that boat has picked up some good action for us today. We won't know, of course, until we get it off the boat. In fact, if it's still on the boat, won't know until we get them back to the park in another half an hour or so. So that's our leader. Through the gate he goes, down to Alcatraz and back is all he needs to do, and keep it upright. Okay, we had the camera on Trevor's boat in the lead, and just in case he had another one of those moments down there, but nah, he's made the jibe and he's aiming straight at that red buoy, and Johnny Winning's still upright, and so is Grant Rollerson, and they've managed to drag that red buoy, as they say up here, quite a ways in from where it was, because the last ship that went through, probably it shaved down the side of the ship. So this other ship, the Matson line that we just saw in the viewfinder before, is heading on that same track. So a bit of safety first there, and bring that mark in, and round goes Trevor. Has saved a lot of grief for all concerned, and Trevor's on his way back to greet the PRO, Johnny Siegel, out there, who will get the gun. Just got to stay afloat now, mate. And Woody, ever solid, approaching the mark, and be interesting to see if Grant Rollerson can get up in his face. And there's CT Battens, Alex Vallings, the first of the Kiwis. Pretty solid performance up here this year already. Very quick crew that, and really powering that boat along. You see Big E's on the chute, the boat jumping out of the water. So we're going to get some big speeds out of these guys today. When I say big, they'll be probably another knot and a half faster than they were yesterday. We had 21.8, as I was saying, off the Grant Rollerson's boat. You might get another 1 to 1.5 canoes higher than that today, I would think, because they've really been laying it on, going down the bottom mark there. But that'll do us for now. We'll pick the action up as those three leaders get close to the finish. So this is what it's all boiled down to. It's ended up a pretty close affair. You can see Thurlow Fisher coming back on port, and both Yandu and Slam coming back in on starboard. So this event has tightened right up, this particular race, and boy oh boy, this is anybody's here. I think Trev's just going, yeah, he's nicely lifted now. Got to get your bow up, mate, or is Woody going to jag this right at the death? Hang on to your hats. And yeah, we've got Jessica here. She's about to finish them. So boy oh boy, hasn't Johnny Winning come back into Thurlow Fisher? Or am I thinking there is another lap? Can't be. Jessica's out here. So that's, for mine, that's a win to Thurlow, second Yandu, and third Grant Rollerson. So in that case, that would take Woody, Yandu's team, to the top of the leaderboard, because Howie Hamlin is going to drop back into fourth position in this race, whereas they were tied up on equal 6 points going into this one. So well done, Woody. Slam probably could have got the better of Woody if he just tidied up his jibing up at that top mark and getting cracking earlier, but he gave away a lot of time up there. So I was hoping for a very close race, this one, but the wind has picked up, and I think when it does puff a bit more, the boats seem to just jet away from each other and get larger gaps. But that's it for today. Day 2, we'll get down to the park and hit the buttons on those speed parks and see who's going to win Pick the Speed today, and have a chat to the boys on their victories. See you over there.